Actually, good sidebar. Anthony Bourdain. If you don't know who he is a world-renowned actually, well-known chef. Welcome back to At the Talks. No, I'm just messing with you guys, but yeah, welcome. I haven't done a podcast in 3 years. I think it's the last time. So like, sorry for like the crazy setup. I have everything from my dorm is taken down. There's like nothing. Actually, let me show you guys. Like my view, like everything's gone. First, can we just this view? I'm gonna miss it. Oh, let me turn off my. Like literally, this is my desk. Set up. I'm literally on clothes right now. Like this is. I don't have trash bags, but because my mom took the bags for me to pack. But yeah, and then my bed. But yeah, let me turn off. Can we like appreciate this view that I'm not gonna have anymore? I used to like. What do you mean? And it's much better in person. I promise you guys. But yeah. Anyway, back to the episode. 1 second. I'm like balancing my camera on a box right now. Let it focus. Focused. Yeah. Well, look at thirsty. Okay. Officially, welcome back. Sorry guys, that's a rough intro. Welcome to comeback episode. My last episode that I did of myself, not with any other people, no co-hosts, was I'm checking. It was 2 years ago, almost 3. Isn't that crazy? Today is officially my last day at UT as a freshman. Wow, it's officially my last day. Isn't that crazy, guys? Like life is so today's episode is going to be about just my freshman year. Freshman year, how life changes so quick. And sorry if it's like a little crooked, let me see. I think that's a little better, but just about my freshman year, college, life advice for me. But no, just about I guess how my perspective changes and everything. And I don't know, just everything, all the people I've met and everything. So, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so first off, I just want to say to everyone watching, if anyone even watches, but we made it. We're 1 year older, 1 year wiser. And I think us as humans, we should be very like firm, I guess, on not firm, it wouldn't be but very proud of how long. Yes, I know we do that every year, Adrian. We live and we keep going, but just I feel like especially in these tough times with so much happening around the world, so much problems, so much disaster, so much like I was gonna say catastrophes, but it is the truth. So much is happening, and I don't know. Just give yourself a break. Right now we're in tough times, and you should be happy that you are able to just wake up freely and live free of prejudice. How the big Tony. Oh, don't worry. I have books. Shout out to Mary Oliver, amazing poetry. And then the one and only that, if you're friends with me, I bring him up. And you're probably like, who that is? The one and only fucking Tony Bourdain, also known as Anthony Bourdain. And then this book that I finished, I'm proud of myself. I've started reading again and finally finished. It took me 8 months of college. And I got it in the summer. Or no, I got it early fall semester. The Courage to Be Disliked, a Japanese phenomenon. And it's very misleading. It's not about being disliked. It's just about how to look at the world through different perspective. But anyway, back to the chase. Yeah. But yes, life advice, perspective, and how life has changed for me. So first of all, I will say I have changed immensely from who I was my senior year of no or summer after graduate post graduation, summer to freshman year, and even from fall to now. Like wow, things change like that. It's just insane how fast time goes. I don't know, and I even actually wrote an essay about this, a little, just something to write for fun. You're like, wow, I know, but journalism major, journalistic duties. I actually have a little bit something because usually I have a little script when I would do it with people or anything. I would go through it with them. So right now, forgive me if I'm going off track, but some things that my friends have told me. First off, this is one thing that's really sat with me and it still will sit with me throughout my college is you won't feel ready, but do it anyway. Can we speak about that? Isn't it's me? I've been working really hard to break bad habits like overthinking or just worrying about what people think or oh I'm not ready for this. Oh I'm not good enough. Oh I don't have this much experience. Oh but the person next to me is 10 times better. After I read that, after someone told me that actually, I would shut up. I don't wanna not incriminate anyone, but off the record, all off the record. But when someone said that, if you don't feel ready, you won't feel ready, but still do it anyway, still try. And that generally has changed how I approach things in life. I am a little bit of a perfectionist, and I always want to do everything perfect, especially being as a creative. I have 30 things going through my head every single right now. I'm thinking, oh, what am I gonna do? When my cousin, when am I gonna pack? Oh, what am I gonna do? When am I gonna finish this? Oh, what am I gonna do next? Like I'm already thinking as I speak to you guys. So that generally helped me so much just to go into it, not blindsided in a way, but to not be scared and to do it. And I've gone applied to orgs here, met new people and everything. I didn't feel ready and I did it. And look now, I've accomplished so much in just 8 months. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Uh, but yeah, that's just a little thing. And then another thing is nothing to lose because nothing is mine. That is so real. It's a truth. One thing I've always abide by is you already have no as an answer, right? So why not just do it? Apply for the job. Ask that person if you like them, etc. You already have no as an answer, so the worst you can get is already there. It's already out there. But yeah, this, oh my god, this is from my book. It's called Every Problem is an Interpersonal Relationship Problem. Oh, I folded this one though. Because I fold my books because I annotate them. Let me find it. I should have bookmarked it. I bookmarked the Anthony Bourdain one, but it's because I leave them so tiny because I don't like bending my books at all. Oh, it's right here. Page 191. Or 192. It says, don't take everything personally. Not everyone thinks about you as much as you do yourself. And wow, that is so like deep yet so simple. I used to take things very personally, and I would think so much of someone, which now I go back and I say, or even still in the present, I just think like, Adrian, they're not thinking as much as you think about them. So why take it so personally? And once you figure that out, once you are able to accept that, it changes so much. And I've heard countless of podcasts. You guys are gonna be like, what? I recently started listening to Emma Chamberlain. What was her podcast? Actually, I have it pulled up here. Actually, I was just listening to it. Anything Goes with Emma Chamberlain. Which Sophia, shout out to Sophia. She actually told me that she ended the podcast as soon as I started listening to it. So, but it's so good. I have lots of episodes to catch up on too, and she speaks so, I don't know, she does it so naturally, and just, I mean, I'm pretty sure she has a degree in psychology or something, like something
Like,
about speaking, or I
vulnerable
don't know, to give
conversations
advice.
are
And
how we connect with other people. You're not connecting with people over small talk.
genuinely,
You're
her
not.
words
And
are
so,
so
it's a crucial
real, but
ingredient, in my
the way
opinion,
she
in
words it, the way she
any sort of
puts it out there,
meaningful
the way she
conversation
speaks it
or
into the
relationship,
world
right?
is
Vulnerable conversation,
so
storytelling,
unique.
admitting
And I
to
just
one's
think
shortcomings. The list goes on,
that,
right? That's how we connect with
I
each
don't
other.
know,
Now, that's a beautiful thing. It works
anything
wonders.
she says in her
However,
series,
it's also really scary.
any
Even
dilemmas
though
or
I'm
anything like
someone who's
that, any
unbelievably comfortable
boundaries, she
talking about
knows how to
almost
make
literally
it
anything and everything,
less sad,
like there are.
less weird, and more fun. And I just genuinely think that she's so, I don't know, I'm a loss of words, but wow, and just, there's a thing, actually I wrote it down. Life is like a mirror, that she said, and I quote. I don't remember what episode, but it said, "Life is like a mirror, and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it." Life is, one more time. Life is like a mirror, and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. Everything is a win. Another thing she said. This is one of my favorite ones. Everything is a win when the goal is to experience. If you guys have seen my past TikToks, let me pull it up. But if you guys haven't seen my past TikToks, there's this guy who loves to dance, and I'm not one to dance. I have no rhythm. I have 2 left feet. I have horrible rhythm. All my family knows this. I do not. My family can dance. Some of my cousin. I'm not able to. I know I'll never think I will be able to, as well. But recently I've been dancing, and just because he's so funny. He says, fell in love with living, and he's so just simple. He's always so happy, just like, and he says, dance it out, dance it out. What do you lose from dancing? And yes, it's a little embarrassing at first. I will say, like, dancing in public. I don't know, people are probably like, oh, some people probably think I'm cringe or whatever, but you only live once. And actually, good sidebar, Anthony Bourdain. If you don't know who he is a world-renowned actually, well-known chef who sadly passed away by suicide. Very tragic story. I think I'm on page, 85, 83. So I still have a lot to go, but I actually grew up, this is why I love him so much. My mom watched his show on Netflix. It was called Kitchen Confidential. Or no, Parts Unknown, sorry, that's his book. Parts Unknown, and he would travel the world and try different food. He would experience different cultures all over the world. So the reason I bring this up is because he had everything in life. Everything. He traveled all over the world. Tried every single dish, from spicy Szechuan food, which he brings up actually. He has a famous quote, really quick. He says,
hangover tomorrow.
Someone asks him, what's the best way to cure hangover?
You know,
And he
what kind of food
responds,
they should be eating.
Coca-Cola, aspirin, smoke a joint, and eat some spicy Szechuan food. But from spicy Szechuan food to, I don't know, Dutch food or whatever. But from this continent, it's just insane. So when he passed away, it's very sad. He grew up in New York, in the Bronx. And he had a heroin addiction, or he had drug addiction. And generally, that's just not easy for anyone. But he used to write a lot, and he used to journal. And one day he started writing a book. And I don't remember who it was, but I think it was one of his close friends who was a publisher or something like that, and said, Tony, this has to be a book. Like, you need to get a publisher. This has to go. So boom, he starts flying. He gets #1 New York Times seller. He goes on a world tour, and then they ask him, let's book a show. Let's make a show for you. And he says, no, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And then boom. Because Tony, he was a very, very kept himself, introverted person. And I know if you ever see it, he doesn't, but he really was. But in his book, what it says is that he was never really able to find true happiness. Because he was already depressed, so it was early signs. But I would always say, or every time when I read it, I'm just like, why did he commit suicide? Why? He had everything. He was rich, obviously, but it's not even that. for me, I always repost, oh, my end goal is get good grades, have a family, be healthy, love, and travel. Or you know that TikTok, and then you put two, you replace it, and it says travel. Like, that's what I want to do. He traveled everywhere. Everywhere. Like, look, let me show you. I got the annotated version of the book, but he would travel everywhere. I just said, wow, like, how? So after, I just, I just say, wow, enjoy everything. And he says, enjoy life because you only live once, which is ironic, really, but this is him. Oh, Tony Bourdain, I love him so much. It's pretty dark, but I don't know if you can see. Maybe close up. But yeah, that's him. But now I'm gonna read you guys a line from his book. Okay. This is where he says, okay? Page 5, it says, from Note from the Chef, it says, it's all here, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The interested reader might, on the one hand, find out how to make professional looking and tasting plates with a few handy tools, and on the other hand, decide never to order the moles marineries, if I pronounce that correctly. Sorry, again. And he says, For me, the cooking life has been a long love affair, with moments both sublime and ridiculous. But like a love affair, looking back, you remember the happy times best. The things that drew you in, attracted you in the first place, the things that kept you coming back for more. I hope I can give the reader a taste of those things and those times. I've never regretted the unexpected left turn that dropped me in the restaurant business. And I've long believed that good food, good eating is all about risk. Whether we're talking about unpasteurized Stilton, raw oysters, or working for organized crime associates, food, for me, has always been an adventure. And I wrote, love you, Tony, very well said. And when he talks about, it's you remember all the happy times, the things that drew you in, attracted you in the first place, the things that kept you coming back for more and more and more. I hope I can give just the way he says that is. Sorry, I got stuck. It's all here, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I always used to be like, no, Adrian, no, it's bad, so you have to be sad. Oh, it's ugly, or you can only be happy when it's happy. No, you can be happy when it's bad. Is it harder? Yes, but the way you actually react is up to you. The way you interpret it, the way you take in things, and the way you give your reaction is 100% only you. I had a friend who told me, so if you're watching this, I hope you know that I write these things down. I do this to everyone, but they said, overthinking is a mindset you can ignore. And for me, being such an overthinker, it is so hard, guys. Like, well, actually, I hate saying that. I don't like saying, oh, you don't understand. You guys can try to relate on some sort of level, but it's so hard. But I'm going to finish it early, guys. One thing I just want to read. I know I've been going all around the place. And my camera doesn't die because I forgot to charge it. It's a little thing. Okay, I'm recording this on here because my camera died. This literally made so last minute. I didn't charge it. I thought it would last, but it's been 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes. But anyway, I'm going to restart what I was going to say. So hopefully I can pronounce it correctly, but it's in Spanish. It reads, Una de las peores cosas que puedes hacerte a ti mismo es dejar que tu mente se llene de pensamientos negativos. Porque aunque no lo veas, todo empieza ahí. En lo que te dices, en cómo interpretas lo que te pasa, excuse me for chopping that up, en la historia que repites dentro de tu cabeza. Si tu mente te habla desde el miedo, vas a sentir miedo. It's a truth. And it translates to, if your mind speaks about bad things, scary things, you're going to feel scared. And it's pretty straightforward. And that goes for everything. If you're going to feel happy, you're going to feel happy. I had a friend who told me, about it's also how you listen to music. I look, you wouldn't give myself a chance. I would listen to CNS Bureau, like The Visitor, or fucking I don't know, Phoebe Bridgers at like 8 in the morning. Like, bro, really? Like, I was just setting myself up for failure. But anyway, si tu mente te habla desde el miedo, vas a sentir miedo. Si tu mente te habla desde la duda, vas a vivir dudando. Y si tu mente ve problemas en todo, hasta los días bonitos se sienten pesados. La vida no siempre pesa por lo que pasa. Muchas veces pesa por cómo la estás pensando. And oh my god, guys. I'm gonna put a clip on here, actually. I'm gonna show up a bunch of things. UT, whatever, just random stuff. Just about my semester. But I'm gonna put a clip in the beginning or something about me two almost 3 years ago, and just how I've changed so much, or just like the things I've said, my voice, whatever. It's crazy. But just saying that, because I would be genuinely, I got my life and everyone else's life, and I have gotten through some things, and I will say, don't ever hold it back, because when you hold... Shout out to my aunt. Thank you so much. I appreciate so much. Like, actually, if you're watching this, there's no amount of words that will ever... There's no amount of money, nothing that will... She gave me my first car, guys, and I've never had a car myself. But when I even got a car, and I had a good exam grade, I got into the org I wanted to, hooked, I got it into all this, and I genuinely still felt sad. And I kept telling myself, Adrian, why? If you have all this, you should be grateful. I've started feeling ungrateful. If you felt, my brain started thinking you're ungrateful, you don't deserve this. How did I start feeling? So I feel like how it says, si tu mente ve problemas en todo, hasta los días bonitos se sienten pesados. It really is about the mindset. So you just can't really let little things get to you. And it's so much easier said than done, I will say that. This took me a lot of time. There's actually a poem I want to read to you guys really quick before I finish, because I have 2 sentences left. And it's barely been 20 minutes, so I want to make it a little bit longer. This book I've done, look how much I've annotated. Mary Oliver, amazing. And I annotated with like little photos. Look, that's not it. 1 second. Okay, I just annotated with I put like little bookmarks, and then here. Like that. Some other pages are much annotated, like this one. Look. Oh, I lost it. No. Oh, I love this poem. When I'm Among the Trees. Bro, these essays I'd be cooking for others' classes, but... Wait. Do you see, like, some of these I actually annotate a lot, and then I underline, and I star the ones that I really like, how you can see in the corner, what they really mean to me, and I write, this poem is blah, 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 this is how I interpret it, and this is how I put it forward. No, I lost it. Here, 1 second. Oh, I found it. I just don't want to lose that, because these are my favorite ones. Okay. This poem I put in one of my college essays. Not my main one, but one of my supplementals. It's called Don't Hesitate. And now reading this back, I read this like maybe 1.5 weeks ago, and I said, wow, why didn't you listen to this? But anyway, it reads as follows. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give into it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind, and much can never be redeemed. Still, life has some possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back, that sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant when love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb, it's made to be enjoyed. That just makes me smile. I don't know, just that's how you know that's a good writer. Like when it leaves a smile on your face. And those, I don't know, just that resonated with me so much. It really did. If you feel the joy, lead into it, give into it. Don't be like, oh, I'll come back, because you never know when it does. So enjoy it as much as you can while it lasts, because really, it is being happy. Like, who does like dance? Come on, like, let's come on. But anyway, going back, I'm about to be finished, guys. Where did I leave off? Okay, hasta los días intensos. Okay, ready? La vida no siempre pesa por lo que pasa. Muchas veces pesa por cómo la estás pensando. Por eso, cuidar tu mente no es algo pequeño, es cambiar la forma en lo que te sientes. Es cambiar la forma en la que te sientes. En la que actúas, en la que vives. Porque cuando tu mente cambia, todo cambia contigo. And that is so real. My mindset changed. The people around me started to change. My work ethic, my everything. I started reading more. I started running. I started eating healthier, drinking more water. And I know it's the little things that count, really. I know it's like not wow, Adrian, but everything really started to change. And I just this whole semester is crazy. Wow, like just. But porque cuando tu mente cambia, but when your mind changes, todo cambia contigo. Everything changes with you. Y justamente de eso puedes aprender a verlo en mi guía. Perdón, oh my god, my cousin would be killing me right now. Entrena tu mente donde puedes aprender a transformar tus pensamientos y empezar a vivir desde una mente que te sume. Yeah. Sometimes I write in Spanish first. Because I really tengo que practicar mi español. I have to practice my Spanish. Because I feel like I'm losing my roots. No, I'm just kidding. But I read it in Spanish, or sometimes in the words I can't get into it, I do it English then translate it. But yeah, I don't know. I love writing little things like that because I don't know. I'm not a creative writer, but I've always been. I feel like I write very, 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 very good when it's something that's very emotional or like raw. But yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, wow, you guys are real ones. And just fucking dance, fucking live life, enjoy it. Don't care what people think. But again, much easier said than done. I still care about what people think. But one thing I will say that helps me so much is, one, I think like this. There's people around the world in Yemen, Sudan, Palestine, everywhere, Russia, Ukraine, well, it doesn't matter. Kids wake up the next day dead. The kids wake up without their parents. Kids wake up without their arm. So I think like that. And I say, if anyone ever were to come up to me and anything, oh, you're weird, what? Okay. At least I woke up with my arms. At least I woke up with something. So at least I woke up something with before touching the floor of my house. At least I have food. At least I have water. At least I have everything readily available. My friends, my family, a career that I'm pursuing, my camera, this mic, this channel, internet access, where there's countries that unfortunately aren't so fortunate to have that. So just dance, guys. Fucking dance. Have fun. And what else can I say before I give the send off? Oh, eat amazing fucking food. Like, Anthony Bourdain would say this. Eat amazing food. The best way you can connect with someone is by sharing a meal. Was it in second course? Wait, there's something that he says that I really like. He makes me laugh. He's funny. Like when I read this. Let's see. I don't know. But before, I don't know. He just says something about just fucking eat. It just says don't eat the fish on Monday or don't. Yeah. But one thing, I'm gonna end it off with the Bourdain quote because are we still there? Okay, I'm gonna end it off with a Bourdain quote. Things are different now. I've changed. I've had to. I've learned. God help me to behave for somewhat more extended periods of time than I'm used to. I can speak in sound bites when called upon to do so. I know that the back end and points refer to kind of I have health insurance for the first time in my life. I'm actually current on my rent, and sadly, I work so much less in my beloved kitchen at Les Halls. That's me. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I've changed. I've had to, for the better, obviously, and I'm genuinely so happy, and I'm proud of all my friends who are succeeding in life and moving forward. It's always, but one thing it's always okay to look back, though in doing so, it's also important to make room for what is the present. You can hold those memories. You can hold the laughter. You can hold the smile. You can hold everything, the feeling, which is looking back. But in doing so, you have to make room for what is. Because at the end of the day, again, Mary Oliver poem. There's a Mary Oliver poem called Devotions. You have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. And I think it says the earth, the kookaburras, it's a type of bird, chirp still in the will chirp in the morning. The sun rises, people run, people walk, people go to their jobs. The earth still moves, the day continues. So yeah, I know everything is much said, easier than done, guys, but yeah, I will be rebranding this podcast, so this channel will be deleted. I don't know when it will be, for sure summer, but I do want to do it. My first co-host will be my STEM partner in crime. If you know, you know. But it's gonna be fun because we're gonna be in our West Campus apartments and everything. So, and she's I really switched. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna say something, but anyway. She is a journalism major, so we are very like-minded, very similar, I guess. We have very similar interests. Our humor is funny, and just I know that podcast is gonna be good, and especially when there's someone else, it kind of that you can coincide with, and it really connects, and it makes the flow of a podcast easier. I know I'm really rusty, and I'm using a lot of likes and this and just I haven't done one 2-3 years, and you can go through my past ones. They're kind of funny, I think, but yeah. And other than with that said, see you guys fall semester, sophomore year. Wow. Well, I hope you guys have a great summer. Eat what your heart desires and fucking dance. Okay. Bye, guys.